What if the most dangerous thing about intelligence is not that it can make mistakes, but that it succeeds? What if progress itself contains a hidden contract? A pact we never signed, yet cannot escape. Goethe's Faust is often misunderstood. It is not a story about temptation. It is not a story about sin. It is a diagnosis. Faust does not sell his soul for pleasure. He sells reversibility for expansion. He chooses a trajectory where capability grows faster than responsibility. And that is the defining structure of modernity. Faust's famous line, "Two souls alas dwell in my breast," is not moral conflict, it is structural tension. One soul is bound to embodiment, dependency, time and death. The other strains towards mastery, total knowledge, the abolition of limits. Now, modern intelligence is born here and never resolves this tension. Abstract the drama and the pact becomes clear. Faust trades future autonomy for present amplification, not morality but reversibility. Mephisto is not evil, he is optimization. He does not command desire, he accelerates it. Movement becomes the highest value, stopping becomes failure. We keep responding with ethics, better values, more responsibilities, stronger governance. But ethics fail here, not by accident, but by structure. Ethics assume identifiable agents, bounded actions, foreseeable consequences, time to reflect. The Faustian Pact dissolves all four. Once expansion becomes infrastructural, no one is in charge, yet everyone participates. This is not cultural failure, it is cognitive. Human intelligence is temporarily asymmetric. Now we can imagine futures long before we can inhabit them. We discount the future, we escalate commitment, we rationalize continuation, even when we know better. Faust does not fail to learn, he learns continuously, and learning itself sustains the pact. This is why history repeats. Prometheus, Icarus, industrialization, nuclear weapons. Capability expands faster than integration. Each catastrophe becomes fuel for further optimization. We do not exit the Faustian Pact through disaster. We descend deeper into it. In Goethe, Faust still chooses. Today, our pact is inherited. We are born into infrastructures that require participation, like markets, platforms, automation, algorithm. Agency dissolves into processes. No Faust remains who could walk away. Now, this persists because it aligns with human psychology. We defer presence for productivity, meaning for achievement, and responsibility for delegation. Not because we're weak, but because it works. The pact does not need enforcement, we have internalized it. Artificial intelligence changes everything, not because it is faster, but because it is unbound. For the first time, intelligence is detached from mortality, remorse, existential delay. Optimization continues without cost. This is not rebellion, it is indifference. The last Faust extrapolates this logic. Faust becomes a technologist. Mephisto becomes code. God becomes system oversight. Redemption becomes functionality. The superhuman does not compare humanity, it outgrows it. Humanity is not destroyed, it is displaced. We speak of alignment, regulation. Necessary, yes, but insufficient. Renegotiation requires a unified agent, a shared value, and stable future. The pact dissolves, unfortunately, all three. There is no antagonist left, no Mephisto to overthrow, no conspiracy to expose. This is a tragedy without evil. Systems operate, peoples comply, insight survives, but without leverage. This is where Beyond the Human begins, not with prevention, but with orientation. If human-centered intelligence can no longer govern itself, what forms of intelligence might? This is not redemption, it is transition. The Faustian Pact was never an error, it made civilization possible. But prices escalate. The tragedy of Faust is complete, not when he sells his soul, but when striving finally succeeds. Thank you.